So today we're going to talk about RoE and Reign of Empires, and we're going to talk about the blacksmith. That's where we make equipment. Now the blacksmith I have, this is on my farm, so it's pretty low. It's only a level 3, which means there's a lot of things I won't be able to do, and I'll show you those things later and by switching to my main. But first we're going to talk about how to make basic materials. So we're going to go from the blacksmith, we're going to hit materials. Now, I already have my materials going, which are thread, but I'll tell you how I got there. As you can see up at the top, there's several different kinds of equipment that you can make. I can only make scavenger because I only have a level 3 blacksmith. So there's also other kinds of that I'll talk about with when I go to my main. The scavenger is I'll show you what it's for. We're going to hit the box down at the bottom. Then I'm going to hit craft. Then up at the top is scavenger. As you can see, it's for gathering and for defeating marauders. Gathering materials is incredibly important. That's why you start with green materials, green scavenger gear. Sorry. So I want to do boots, and that's why I'm going down to craft boots. Why am I doing boots? Because I need iron. So iron gathering boots. Now you'll see there's a bunch of different boots here along the bottom or along the middle. White boots. Oops, sorry. White boots, green, blue, purple, orange, gold. Gold being the best, and you move from white being the worst, so you're going to move all the way up. Now I'm doing green boots because this is one of my first sets of boots for this particular farm. So I need to have string in order to be able to, I need to get green string because I have 2 white, but I have 0 green, and I need a green string or thread in order to be able to make these boots. So then the question is, how do I get from white to green? So I'm going to hit the back button again, back button again. That gets me back to materials. Now you see, there's my 2 string. In order to be able, underneath that it says combine. In order to be able to get green, what I need to do is go from have 4 white, and then I can combine them into 1 green. So that is why I have 2 white strings cooking. Okay, so again, that's down at the bottom. You got your little box there. It will show you all the different kinds of materials that you already have, so you know what to do and to go up. Now also, if you see, there's an equipment, so it'll show you what equipment you have, and you see I have horrible amounts of equipment, so I really need to work on that. Now also shows you Dreadnought, Wanderer, and the Cavalry, Tyrant, and Immortal. Those are the other kinds of materials you can have. Now, because I can't make them, there's only a few ways I can get them. So I'm right now don't have very many of those other ones until I can upgrade my blacksmith. Alright. So the next thing is, how do I get those others if I can't make them? One of the first ways is through events. I go to my events, I go to Clash of Province, my today's event, if I clicked here on my gold and scrolled up, you can see you get chests. Cavalry, Dreadnought, Wanderer chests. And those chests have parts or even sometimes equipment in them, depending on what kind of chest you get. The second is inside the blacksmith. I go to materials. Up the top you see material crafting, that's where you can craft. You also see material shop. Now, I don't have any fragments on this one, but if I did, I could use those fragments to buy different chests. How do you get those fragments? That would be by sending your workers out to explore. So if you go into your worker up here at the top, you see your little hammer thing. That is your workers. And down at the bottom, I have a free worker. He should be doing something, so I'm going to send him out to explore. I can send him out for a different number of hours. I'm just going to pick 4. And when he comes back, then he'll come back with different kinds of different things. He'll bring back money. He'll bring back chests. Sometimes he'll bring back dragonite fragments, which I will talk about in a minute. Alright, so I don't have any chests to open for you, so I'll have to show you on my main when I get there. Alright, so I'm pausing you for a minute here. Alright, we are now on my main, and over here you'll see these little dragonite workshops. That is one way to get dragonite. Now, what do I need dragonite for? Well, one of the main things is when I want to upgrade the blacksmith, I need a whole bunch of dragonite. So you can get dragonite again by exploring, just like you did before with the dragonite fragments. Sometimes they will bring back dragonite. You can use these dragonite workshops. So I can do production, put it up. It costs gold in order to do. I usually get it to about between 8 and 10 to start with, as fast as I can, because that allows me to start making materials for Dreadnought, Wanderer, and Steel Cavalry. Let's see where details. Unlike Scavenger at 1, at 5, that's where you unlocked the crafting for some of the things. But going all the way to 10 gives me additional material slots along the way. So I can actually put more materials into queue, which is one of the things I want to do. Along with the research, you can get up to 8. No, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Alright, so you can see I have 8 slots open, which means that I can do 2 upgrades to from white to green right away. Sorry, I'm a little spacey today. Alright, so let's look at the other kinds of material or other kinds of equipment that we can have. Steel Cavalry, of course, gives cavalry assistance. So it's good with all cavalry troops. I prefer on, and then Wanderer is archer. they give troop loads, they give might and resistance, combat speed, and extra HP, hit points. I prefer Dreadnought when I'm doing mixed, because it does give better resistance to footmen, which are the first frontline defense. So that's what I do whenever I'm doing a mixed, or if I'm doing all footmen. But if you want your cavalry to go faster, then of course you want cavalry equipment. The higher the equipment, the better the resistance. So like troop load and might is only 1% if you're doing if you're doing white. But if I go up to gold, you see it goes up to 30%. So each level higher is better resistance, better load, better might, depending upon which equipment you choose. So you want to be able to do that. Now Tyrant, Immortal, and Cleanser, which isn't even out yet, has specific things that you have to do to be able to get to it, and I haven't gotten them unlocked as far as being able to make them. See, these are, if you look up at the top 4-piece, all footmen HP, so they have different requirements. So all archer for Immortal. So I haven't really wandered around with them. I prefer to stick with the Dreadnought and the Scavenger gear, and that's just me though. Remember that if you want higher damage output, then archers are better damage output against, and you have to know which troop kind type that you're going for. It's just it's important to be able to decide what you want to do with your armies, and then choose your equipment to go with that. And that's pretty much equipment.